Welcome back to the big fight. So where have we reached? We're trying to find an answer of how to make sure that riots or mass killings like 1984 or 2002 or 1992 don't ever happen again. And we've already said it's very important that no one should benefit from it. And we've already said it's very important to get justice. Now, I just like to ask all of you this question of, is there any factor now in 2009, such as the glare of cameras and so on, which would prevent it from happening that easily? क्या आपको लगता है कि अगर उस समय 1984 में 24 न्यूज चैनल्स होते, सब जगह से लोगों की नजर होती क्या हो रहा है, तो इस किस्म का कत्लेआम मुश्किल होता?
ये तो बात सही है कि उस वक्त मुश्किल होता ये करना, पर हम इस बात को भी नहीं कह सकते क्योंकि मीडिया तो 8-10 साल से आ रहा है. तो ये भी तो रिसेंटली उड़ीसा में जो हुआ, तो हम ये भी नहीं
उड़ीसा में जंगलों के अंदर दूर हुआ. यहां जब हुआ था 1984 में दिल्ली के कैपिटल में हुआ था. हरिंदर, in 2002, I know what you're going to say. In 2002,
no, I'm
there
not
was
going
media.
to say what you think I'm going to say. Listen.
What are you going to say then?
In 1984, Vikram, Rahul Bedi, you should have called him for this show. He stumbled on bodies of Sikhs. He went from one police station to another, to another, to another. The police was not willing to listen because the police was on the side of the mob. Okay? So, that answers your media point.
It doesn't have answered my media point. In 2002, what happened was it was, again, in many ways very similar.
I was talking about 84.
Yeah, I'm saying, so I'm just trying to look at it. Look at the progression from 84 to 92 to 2002. In 2002, it was a similar situation, but as various TV news channels, like whether it was NDTV, whether it was Aaj Tak or others, started covering it and broadcasting it, a certain amount of pressure started to build up to bring it to an end. So would that be further happening today? If you did have a communal riot taking place somewhere,
you're talking 2002 Gujarat. You know, a lot of us were there, and we were there knowing fully well that there's a riot happening at place X. But at the entry point to place X, there was a mob there throwing bricks at you and me at the media, ensuring that you don't get in to film the actual murder that's happening inside. So I'm saying
it's difficult even for the media to get in. Okay, let's turn to the audience now before I get final comments from all of our panelists. The lady here.
Right now we can see Mr. Raj Thackeray preparing, readying Maharashtra for a new form of riots.
That's
it's not ending. He's dividing
one Indian from another in the name of electoral politics is continuing. That's the point you're making. Okay, fine. Gentlemen here.
The present politics, there's the attitude, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back, you know. I mean, unless and until they're serious about really catching the people who have committed the crime, well, this kind of thing will never stop.
One more final comment from this gentleman here.
We were discussing that how to control it. It doesn't reoccur. If you can please look back at 87 and 88, the riots in Meerut, Hindu-Muslim riots. Why has it not got repeated ever till now? Never ever it has happened again after that. Because it was controlled with a absolute iron hand, where luckily there was no political interference.
Okay, fine.
I think politicians in this country are very powerful. The power should be distributed, because if we are asking for justice from the party who is in power and their members were involved in the riots, I don't think they'll give you justice. So Election Commission or judiciary should have the power not only to bar that particular person, but that party also. Okay. We have not been strict, because unless it hurts them where it should, they'll not mend their ways.
Valid point. Now let me come to final comments from all of our panelists. And I just want to ask you this one simple question. How do we make sure that it never happens again? 1984 never happens again, 92 never happens again, 89 Bhagalpur never happens again, 2002 never happens again. How do we make sure?
If politicians will not interfere, then only it happens.
Make sure that politicians will interfere. Nalini Singh, how do we make sure it never happens again?
I think this is too broad a question. I'll just limit it to the media. I would say be very careful when you are live, because at that time when something happens, you've got, if I may say, not your senior most people in the MCR, in the where your transmission is going from. You don't know who's taking which feed. Media also provokes a hell of a lot.
Okay.
And then by nature, media supports the underdog. So what happens is, and I'm mystified by this, because the media, as the gentleman over there said, politicians are all kinds of people. Media also has all kinds of people with all kinds of views. So what they do is, there is a personal view, then there is a herd view. What is the other channel doing? So I would say, please, there has to be
So it can make things worse.
Absolutely.
Media can make things much worse. It's a very valid point. Zafar.
No, because, all the riots which have taken place till 2002 and even Orissa, all riots are engineered. We don't have polarization between the communities. I mean, the Hindus don't hate Muslims and the Muslims don't hate Hindus. These are all engineered, and the politicians use a trigger point to their advantage. So we should work towards more interaction between the communities.
Okay.
And the media's role here is that the trigger which they have used is false. That should come out more and more. So they should cut that trigger. And unless and until we don't cut...
But sometimes those triggers are cut. And I think the fact that all communities responded together after Mumbai, for example, 26/11, which we are about to come to 1 year anniversary of, could have been a trigger. It wasn't a trigger. And I think partly because everyone, all communities, all media, everyone said this is an attack on all of us as Indians and not on one community.
I'll add one more thing. That your effort of bringing these communities together, I am seeing which I have never seen in Gujarat and in Ahmedabad. Now, generally, the Hindus or the people who saw the sufferings, they feel that whatever had happened was not good.
Okay, very final comments from all of you. Manish.
No, see, ensuring the rule of law is only one aspect of it. We have to recognize that there are fundamental fault lines, and we have to walk that extra mile in order to surmount those fault lines. And this has to be a continuous, relentless battle, which needs to be waged by all the forces of pluralism.
All right, Chandan, very quickly.
Well, three things. One is, again, to repeat that the judicial process has to hasten, and it must be able to deliver justice. I think there is a very, very big bottleneck there. Second, you see, very often there is motivated political propaganda in the aftermath of an event, and that complicates and leads to hardening of attitudes on different sides.
All right.
I think that should be avoided by well-meaning but otherwise, misleading certain people. And finally, you see, I would just like to endorse Nalini's comment. You see, there are channels and channels, media and media, and because of the fact that you and I recognize the propensity to sensationalize, sometimes it results in copycat riots, sometimes it results again in the hardening of attitudes, the spreading of violence to the countryside, and so therefore the media's role has to be really carefully monitored. Extremely careful in live reporting.
Arinder, final thoughts from you.
I think it's important for the politicians to feel the pinch of the justice system, and it's important that people, whether they're Titler, Sajjan Kumar, Mayaben Kudnani and Jaideep Patel in Gujarat, they have to feel the pinch of the law because they are not above the law, and that is the example we have to set, and that perhaps will be a big deterrent.
All right, I'd like to thank you all so much for coming and joining us on The Big Fight. 25 years after both the assassination of Indira Gandhi and the riots that followed, those were traumatic moments, I think, for all the people who were here, who lived in Delhi. I still remember walking the streets of Delhi those nights, trying to make sure that, along with groups of people, to make sure that no one actually entered our particular neighborhood. Those were traumatic times, and all I think we can do is to make sure that this country never has to go through that ever again. Thank you so much for watching The Big Fight. We'll be back again next time.